Uh, Mr. Healy, you are an invaluable member of this township staff, and I take what you say as virtual gospel, because I've never known you to be wrong or to do anything but in the interest of the town, and this is not leading up to that I don't believe you now. Or that you, which I do not have the power to do, by the way. My concern is actually with the timing of this. I asked the manager, and I basically told him we have to make the decision tonight, and council is just hearing about this tonight. Am I correct that we have to make a decision?
Yes,
tonight?
you do.
And if we don't, what happens?
Then in all likelihood, you jeopardize RPM's availability to qualify for the funding that they need to complete this project.
And this is for affordable housing.
This is for the housing in the redevelopment area, and I believe that it includes some component of affordable housing.
It does.
It's not, obviously, it's not
50
all affordable units.
55%
Right.
affordable,
Yeah,
45% market
Market.
rate.
Which I did neglect to indicate in my summary, which is frankly another thing that redevelopment has been trying to work with them on. Prior phases of RPM's developments have been 100% affordable, 85%. We're trying to get them to more of a mixture, and this is 55% affordable, 45% market.
Now, granted, we have the money, and this is what the money is for, precisely this kind of thing. But, and then there are other ways we can spend it, but it just bothers me that an important decision like this is brought before us with no additional warning. And RPM, I know, I once swore to RPM I would vote no if that ever happened again, because this has happened multiple times. And Mr. Healy, this is, you're standing there, so I'm saying this to you. I am not admonishing you, Mr. Healy. I have the utmost respect for you. But I don't like this part of it. I don't like that it's not come before us. We could have been told 6 months ago that that this was, if you knew 6 months ago, if RPM knew 6 months ago, I really think we should have had further warning, even just to mention. I could have sat down with the manager, looked over some of the numbers. That was not afforded to me.
Mr. Mayor,
Sir?
just to comment that in our committee system, this was brought to land use and was discussed in the April meeting where RPM asked for $900,000 and we told them no way, and we negotiated back and forth, and they did a great job to bring that request down to $500,000. So, and we talked about it in the last meeting. We discussed that in our reports.
Aaron?
Mr. Desnell?
So, without dragging this on, I'm sorry,
Go ahead, Mr. Vestal.
without dragging it on
Vestal.
too much, I'm going to suggest you're both kind of right, where, yes, it came in April, but I know at that meeting it was even discussed in line with, I think, what are some of the mayor's concerns, and perhaps some of the others of us on council, is that even April, when projects of this significance, and this amount of money is being talked about, and the complexities of the funding. I sat here in this council room a few times over the decade, and it was understood that more time not only is appreciated, but really needed to be fair to the town and all the components involved in making appropriations like this. So, yes, it did come in April, but when you're talking about the timelines and past experiences, that still, I think we would all agree, is a little late in the game. So, just for my input, my opinion, to give a little perspective of what you were both commenting on, you and the mayor.
Any other comments?
But that's just the nature of their application processes. And I agree with you that this is not the way to run things, but they're backed up and they're making those applications, and to make it more worthwhile and be ranked higher, they are asking for the township's commitment towards it, and that is why they have come to us.
I understand. I'm
Right.
just concerned about the timing. Any other comments?
So Mr. McBride is on the audience. Would you come forward for a minute? I'd like to hear from RPM directly as to your process and why this has come
And I'm going to interrupt for 1 second.
in immediate.
Mr. Healy, again, this was not an admonishment of you. You are an invaluable employee of the town.
So can you just speak to the timeline?
Sure,
of, you know,
absolutely. I mean, I'd like if the